So what actually happened to Real Talks?
Nah, I'm not gonna give it to you. You ask me 2 years from now, will Daily Ketchup be around? I have no idea. Maybe we'll give up on that and then we'll do something else.
Then how do you keep it like strong and happy? Whoa, the pause. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Car Chow. Today, I know you miss me, but I've only been gone for 2 episodes, so it's still okay. But nonetheless, we have a very special guest today. He's one of the co-hosts of your daily favorite condiment. He's also a multifaceted entrepreneur. He is also the co-founder of GRVTY Media. So let's have a little catch-up sesh with Johnathan Chua.
Hey! I just realized Car Chow.
Yeah, Car Chow.
I just got it. I was like, Car Chow, like, okay, like, it works like. But Car Chow, okay, I appreciate this.
You get it, right? To Car Chow, the guest.
Yeah. Some of Monday mornings, super Car Chow.
Actually, I've met you once. And then I was quite surprised, right? Amongst your whole crew, right? You were the most polite one there.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Hey, why are you surprised though?
No, because you off camera, like, I've seen you at like Boon Keng area.
Right.
Then you're always very like,
yeah, it's my face. I have to work very hard to not look like Abing. But I do realize I have a Chinese Abing face.
What happened was you were walking with your crew, right? I think John Paul or somebody bumped into these 2 girls.
Right.
And then as they were walking, they bumped already and then nobody said sorry.
Right.
And then you noticed, you turn around.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry on behalf of my company.
You turn around, hey, I'm so sorry. Then immediately after that, I heard the 2 girls like, isn't that the Daily Ketchup?
Ah shit, my assholes. John! I want to say I'm the worst like food recommender person.
It's okay, people watch this show for the tea.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, first off, everyone knows you as the guy from Daily Ketchup and also all your other media stints. Before this whole media scene, right? What were you doing?
Have you seen Real Talk before?
Of course.
Okay. So before that.
Before that, I don't know what you were doing.
Okay. So before that, I was actually friends with Brian.
Oh!
So I was doing sales for TSL under another company.
Okay.
Yeah, so back then, right, your company and its infancy, right, it's just a small team of creators.
Right.
There were no sales team. And so we closed the deals on behalf of them because we, back then at least in the company, can bring volume.
So would you say that you helped start up TSL in that sense?
Yes, no, I take full credit. No lah, siao.
So at which point did you start to like, hey, I'm done being behind the camera, this is my time to shine. I'm Johnathan Chua.
You cannot afford to hire talent, that's the real thing.
Okay.
But the other end of things is that, I mean, you build a brand like this, if you are always beholden to a talent that made your company notable, right? Then when the talent is gone, everybody feel like, oh, the company dying, is it? How's the company going to rebuild itself? I try to insert myself a little bit so number one, people know it's mine, and the other one is anything happens, I can still carry that brand for a little while we figure things out.
Okay. That's actually a very practical reason, nothing to do with fame,
No lah, bro, I got social anxiety, I got stage fright, I think slow.
As the head of the people behind Are You Okay, Daily Ketchup,
yeah,
I want to know what are your management styles as a boss?
Wow. I don't like to be in a position to have to manage other people. I think growing up I had this sense of needing to be validated or the need to be liked. So that stuff, I think in my early years, to let somebody go, I usually attempt to fire them 4-5 times, then I succeed on it.
What is attempting for 5 times?
For example, I'll sit down and be like, hey, so how are you? Then we talk. If you tell me certain very simple things you feel like no one taught you that, then I feel like, could I have spent time to teach them that if I didn't teach them that? So maybe it's my fault. So okay, I'm not gonna buy you. That was year 1 or year 2 of me. As an entrepreneur. It can get very toxic in a sense whereby, let's say you survive a few firing attempts, right? At the end of the year, you don't get a good raise, you don't get a good bonus. Then when people ask you, Suryan, how's working at GRVTY? It's like, no progression and the pay is shit.
No bro, you shit, I just didn't fire you, I thought I was giving you another try, but you don't want to talk shit about me.
That being said, there are multiple people like you in their infancy stages. What pieces of advice can you give them?
You gotta go and do it, man. To be very honest, having someone else from the outside with no skin in the game tell you can't, look at people that try. No, I think that's not helpful to anybody. You didn't even figure out yourself, add your own flavor to it. Before the Daily Ketchup, for example, there are multiple people that start a talking show, like a podcast show, and then those did not make it. So if I go by that, then I wouldn't have started a podcast, you see.
Right.
Yeah, so then I just gotta go and try and figure out
The Daily Ketchup. I freaking love the show.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I especially got all the soccer players coming down. I
Yeah.
can't believe how that happened, but it happened and I'm happy for it.
We still cannot believe it. So.
I'm pretty sure the show is, to me it's quite unhinged. But if there were points that cannot make the cut because of how crazy or unhinged they were, can you share one or two? Don't need to reveal who, but yeah.
We're very lucky in that we started a company with our Compose first, right? Which is a business publication. So from there, we knew a lot of the thought leaders, CEOs, business leaders in Singapore already. Within 10 minutes, they forget the camera's existence. They're just talking to John that they've been known for many years, right?
Right.
So everything becomes very unhinged after a while. Things that get them cancelled or like destroyed. We even have business leaders or like politicians that their press person, right, tells you must take out because he laughed too hard already at certain jokes that are like inappropriate, for example.
Oh, I see.
So if you are VVIP enough, I will show you a video of me deleting the footage just so I can never blackmail you in the future.
Were there any guests that has impacted you personally as one of the hosts of the Daily Ketchup?
Okay. Okay lah, to be fair, we've had a lot of very great personalities. 2 guests comes to mind.
Okay.
That made me question my life one.
Wow.
I think the first one was the Cardinal Go. My interaction with him, right, solved a lot of the questions I have about religion. Not just mine, about religion. You know, we look at our faith and we ask ourselves, if God exists, why do children have cancer? My interaction with him made me realize that we assume that God looks at things through the lens of a man or a human,
Okay.
which is not necessarily true. The other one was Brian Johnson, actually. He's the guy that is trying to live forever. He wakes up at like 4, 5 a.m, then he walks out, he does his 100 tests and 200 pills and blah, 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 whatever, right?
Yep.
And then he have his last meal by 12 p.m.
Huh? Wait.
12 p.m. In that sense, we have a lot of questions for him because he sacrificed a shit ton of social life. He hasn't eaten like miracles ever, probably, or like even have a good steak, for example.
Okay.
Is life worth living if you have to live like that?
Right.
Yeah, and he said that 30 or 50 years from now, when humans have overcome aging and overcome death, right, we will look back and then ask ourselves, why did we last time just choose to die? To me, changed my perspective of a limited understanding of human within one generation.
Right now we are near Joo Chiat Rd Cafe.
You were saying this just now?
Cafe. So John has the signature, just cold cut, is it?
Chicken cold cut.
Mine is the Earthquake, which has 3 of the ingredients, which is cold cut, honey glazed chicken, and also their beef lemongrass patty. You try first.
Okay, this is nice. I wish the bread was more buttery though. Like the one downstairs my office, they got this bread sex butter that they coat on it. It's not normal butter because the color's funky.
I see the pork floss, the chicken floss.
Alright. This is why we never use my car.
It's very Malay for some reason. I think that the key thing in like most banh mis is that pickled vegetable. I wish they put more because the whatever Earthquake thing that's inside here, all the 3 meats, right, a bit overpowering. I don't actually taste the freshness that you would get in banh mis and greens, but I wouldn't say no to this. It's still nice to me.
It's still good, it's still good. In fact, if you don't get the Earthquake, the ratio to pickle is fantastic. So the chicken cold cut is $6.50. Before they put in a sandwich, they would lightly sear the ham on both sides.
It's $9.50, so $3 more for 2 extra types of meat. I don't taste the beef though. It tastes like mush, but nice mush. Okay, so apparently in all banh mis, and the one here, they have the chicken pate that was smeared on the bread, and then there's also their homemade margarine. That's interesting. How do you actually make margarine?
What even
from
is
scratch?
margarine?
Vegetable butter.
Oh really?
Yeah. I tried the patty that was on the leaf or lettuce. The flavor is actually quite what's the word? Satiating. Highway, I would say. I use it every freaking episode.
Oh wow. Like an amalgamation of flavors. Steps,
But
so far, banh mi cannot miss. I've only tried 2 banh mi places in my life, both great now.
So our drinks are here. Mine is salted iced chocolate. His is
Salted iced coffee. This is a modern take on a traditional Vietnamese coffee with salted cream.
Have you tried the cream?
Yes. Okay only.
Okay, only.
Okay only. The coffee is good though.
Nothing to shout about. Iced chocolate is just iced chocolate.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But $4.50 though. Do you think worth?
I think the beverage is too expensive, but I think the sandwich is a great price.
Time to move on to the next location.
Time to go out the car and empty the crumbs.
Okay, we are headed to the second location. It is somewhere nearby. But before that, we have a few questions, or I have a few questions about some personal things.
Okay.
You and your wife have been together since?
So when we were 15 in secondary school, we met. And then we got together when we were 18.
Right, why the pause?
I was dating someone else.
Okay.
But I think she was also dating someone else.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Then how do you keep it like strong and happy and not bored of each other for like 20 plus years? Whoa, the pause.
Yeah. I don't know if it's something that we actively do or not, you know? Or it just so happens that we are really two puzzles that really fit. We make certain rules, right? We cannot play, we don't make breakup jokes. Unless you want a breakup, you cannot ever use it in emotional blackmail or just to prove a point or just to show how angry you are. But other than that, I think we do celebrate everything. You know how they say Valentine's Day is over commercialized and it's a business thing? Like things are only cliche because they managed to survive decades. That's how they become cliche.
Okay.
And so I want to believe in the wisdom of it surviving for that long. So last time when we were in our early 20s and we cannot afford to actually dine out on Valentine's Day, we will do it the week before, the week after. You must celebrate.
I feel that I have a lot to learn from that because I'm actually very opposite of you. Maybe that's why I fight a lot.
No, we fight a lot also lah. We fight a lot also.
I see.
But most of the fights not worth fighting over, you know?
I didn't think you were to be that sappy guy, dude.
I am I'm very pathetic bro. I really trying to be a man. Last time when I was a kid, right, I cried a lot. And so my parents would label me like the third sister. So it's 大姐,二姐, then I'm 三姐 because I always cry. Ever since I hit adulthood, I just decided to stop crying. So the outlet goes to Pat. She gets all the woman in me. Maybe Pat is lesbian.
You've worked with multiple KOLs, right? I'm pretty sure. Which is your favorite KSL
There's
personality?
two that I really love. Got John Paul and Ellison, not three, Denise. Suryan also lah. Bring me on food guide, all knowing my recommendation sucks ass.
So did John poach John?
John did not post John. John bumped into John somewhere, and then other John reached out. But he was not at TSL already. I think by then he was on a sabbatical already. Then John Paul hired his own team.
I've always been a big fan of you on camera, even though like back then I didn't really know who you were. But I mean, everyone knows you. The original appearance of John was from Real Talk lah. I mean, the topics were great. I mean, not very commercial lah, the topics.
Yeah.
But it was still fun to watch.
It was ahead of his time.
Of course.
Yeah. Couldn't make much money. The sponsors wouldn't come. Only Durex want to come, but then no budget.
So what actually happened to Real Talk apart from the money?
The scoop lah. You're in for the scoop lah.
Of course.
Nah, I'm not gonna give it to you.
Thank you for watching.
In order to understand why Real Talk ended, the truth I think will make certain people look not so good.
Right.
So that's why I don't share the story. Real Talk did indeed run its course. In that a lot of the conversations that we started right in Real Talk were things that you couldn't find in Singapore YouTube.
Of course.
Right? And by the time Real Talk was in its year 2 or 3, Singapore's YouTube generations have advanced already, and talking about sex and relationships and LGBTQ stuff were more commonplace, making Real Talk not so much that Vice, that one channel where you can hear people like talk dirty secrets. At that point, Jade Rasif, her star was rising also. So she had a lot of other endorsement deals and her own thoughts on whether she liked to work with certain brands. I understand where she's coming from, but the other end, I also need to pay the bills. At that point of time, I started to feel like, okay, I think Real Talk is coming to an end already. In a sense whereby I want to end on a high. Not
to discount it, I feel like Daily Ketchup still has that energy and that unhingedness. The transition from there to there is not that, like, what's the word? Jarring. I still feel the same energy that comes from Real Talk in Daily Ketchup.
Yeah, I feel like personally for me, I have a lot more value to add to the Daily Ketchup. the place I wanted to recommend is closed. But then, we went to this other place that you recommend. It's called
Overrice. Okay, so this is the ayam pencit spicy grilled chicken tacos. It's $14 for two.
Oh wow.
Was it? Okay, wait.
It kind of tastes like satay.
It's not satay, first of all.
But it kind of tastes like satay, right?
Kind of racist, bro.
Hey, why is everything racist? Why you don't like Chinese people?
I get where you're coming from to say that it's a bit like satay, but I can taste that pencit taste, the traditional pencit taste you taste in Pasar Malam. But it's spicy, yeah?
The taco skin itself also,
It's soft.
Yeah, soft and warm. What's interesting is that this is started by XQ cabin crew during COVID.
Insane.
So during COVID, when all the F&B pretty much collapsed, right? This guy went to start F&B business to survive COVID, and he did until now.
Just now when the boss came, John wasn't like too focused. He was still on his phone. And the moment the boss was like, actually you look like very handsome in person. Then he stopped. He put down his phone.
Bro, you know, once a year only someone say handsome. When my birthday or my mother's day. Basically, I highly recommend this restaurant.
We need to move on to the main thing that this shop is known for, which is their rice bowls. Okay, so this chicken and beef combo is $16.
I know a lot of people got a lot of haters for halal guys, but I love it. I think something about the weather or being in NYC. Then they got this sauce that is on the packaging called the white sauce, which she also has.
Yeah.
The problem is that there's not enough space to stir it, just like halal guys. But halal guys, you usually tapao eat in a park, so you just drop on the floor, you don't really
Correct.
care. The birds will eat it.
Correct, exactly.
But this one, your car a bit challenging. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job. What do you think?
Yeah.
I know it's not well stirred, but it looks well stirred.
Yeah.
Okay. It does not taste like halal guys, but it's a close Singaporean take to it. But I think that the tacos was way better.
Way better, way
Yeah,
better.
damn nice.
This is good though, don't get us wrong.
Yes.
But if you come here, you gotta try the tacos.
Correct.
The rice is exceptional though. The rice damn good, very light.
The white sauce is actually very nice. Maybe John didn't mix it well, but I got a slather on my pita bread.
So when we were tapaoing just now, we saw on the table, other customers ordered this thing called shakshuka. Shakshuka.
One more time.
Never mind, I will live and die with all my mistakes. Tasting how good the pita bread is, I will order that next time.
Because the initial recommendation closed, you have a second
I
recommendation.
have a secondary one. Now we go at dessert.
You shall go. I think the place is nearby. So shall we just walk there? Okay, now we are headed to the last location. So I have a few rapid fire questions. First question, favorite food growing up?
My mother's curry.
What? Curry? Just curry?
Chicken curry.
Okay, again. Most hated food?
Tauge.
Next question. Have you ever lied to your wife?
Yes.
How many times?
Often.
Okay. Who in the TDK cast would you want as your freaking NS camp buddy?
John Paul.
Shower or don't shower in the morning?
Don't shower in the morning. But I wash hair. I just don't shower.
Okay, what? Might as well. It's already there. Bidet or no bidet?
Bidet.
Would you ever try boo penis?
Boo penis. Yes.
Last question, very important. If you only can keep one, would you keep TDK or are you okay?
TDK. Ah.
The savior of the day, Wonders Bakery.
Wonders
thanks to John.
Bakery. Okay, so I've only tried this one, Kunafa croissant. We bought two more things to try today. I have the strawberry shortcake croissant.
And this is the cookie dough croissant.
I think just cookie.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good and so fat. Help. Jalan. One more bite. Just one more bite. No, don't do it. One more bite. So beyond the cream and the strawberry on top, there's also cream filling and more strawberries inside. The entire bite feels moist.
Yeah, I think they warmed it up just now. It's still very warm and toasty on the inside. Cookie dough on top, cookie dough inside as well. I thought it was going to be sweeter, but it's more rich than sweet. I'm going to try this.
I don't want it.
Whoa.
I can taste the butter of the croissant a lot better on this one. This one you barely taste the croissant, but the cream is good. Yeah.
Between this and that, I still want the cookie one, honestly.
I'll probably pick this one, but I do have a soft spot for strawberry shortcake.
Initially, he thought it was coconut.
Ah,
And when we were talking about it now, he was so confident.
Look
that
at
was
it.
coconut.
Is this not coconut? Where do you traditionally find kunafa if not in a chocolate-covered croissant?
Original kunafa is like that layer of kunafa pastry, that coconut-looking thing, and then in between is like a cheese. You've tried it before, right? So you know what it tastes like.
I know it's very sweet, but I really like it. You can hear the crunch.
But it literally is just a croissant covered in milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate.
And then you have pistachio flavor in the middle. You can't really taste kunafa, it's more of a texture thing.
Nice, I like this better. Good, sir.
How much was this?
10.90.
Whoa! 10.90.
Worth. Don't have it yourself, right? Cut it up, 4 people share.
We had 3 spots just now.
Yeah.
One we didn't get to try, but it's okay. If you could pick one from today, which was the nicest to you?
I think the tacos.
Okay.
Tacos and Wonders Bakery.
Okay. Which one from Wonders Bakery?
The kunafa one.
For me, I would say my specific banh mi was the nicest one of the day. I like the earthquake, like intense, all the different types
The
of
beef,
meats. The beef, yeah, was good. If there was someone you think who I should interview after this, who should I talk to?
Okay, you gotta interview Irene from Fly. She's one of my favorite guests I had on the Daily Ketchup. She's so down to earth, so refreshing. And then she's very, very warm, very, very friendly. Since you already have Chukang, you're gonna get the wife.
Okay. We'll make that happen, hopefully.
Thank you for catching this episode of Car Chow.
If you liked it, watch our other videos over there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!
My parents back then were Taoists, and so they went to a fortune teller. Then he said, your son, you gotta really guide this boy, because when he grow up, he'll either be a very notorious underworld person,
Okay.
or he'll be a successful businessman. I wanted to join Lion Dance, because to me, I just want to play drums.
Okay.
And my father refused to let me do it. He said inside I was gangster. They're like, no, they're all nice guys, but I know they're really all gangsters.
It does look cool though, the drumming.
Right? And this beat, catchy as it never changed for 30 years.